All right. So today's topic we are going to learn on sort. Okay. So when we talk about sort, so what are the basic things we do it is first we have got the database, right? A table, correct? On this table, there are different ways to sort. Okay. To begin with, if I talk about sorting, okay. So we have got a pattern to follow. So when you have got like any string kind of data type field, in that case, what we do, A to Z or Z to A, right? This comes under your string data type kind of sort. So where you have got alphabets, you have got alphanumeric. In that case, you'll go with A to Z or Z to A. But when we talk about numbers, that is integer data type. Under that, what we have got like 0 to 10, yes, or 10 or any number, right? So basically what we call it as like ascending to descending. Yes, the word comes in ascending to descending. Now, if I say descending, here it would be reversal stuff. Largest to the smallest or smallest to the largest. In any which ways we want to, apply it. In that case, what we'll do is we'll make use of your sort. Now, let's say if I take this, I'll remove this and here I'll write it as descending. Okay. So this becomes descending. Now, when you talk about dates, right? So it will be, oh, yeah, exactly. So it will be older to newer dates, or in any which ways we can call it as like, you know, let's say current date or like previous date or past date, previous to current or current to previous, right? Newer to older means it will become your recent information. Older means it will be the lowest, that is the last date, that is the previous date records will comes into the part of dates in that way. Okay. Now you see whenever it reacts, it is reacting according to your data types. What kind of data type you are filtering with. Okay. So it depends upon your scenarios and requirements you're going to use it. Right. Apart from this, any thing you find out like strings, numbers, and dates when we sort it. So we have got dimensions and measures both. Correct. We have got data type also. Right. Let's see with an example. Let's say if I go to the sort over here. Now in this database, what we have got here is we have got 3 dimensions and 1 measure field over here. Correct? 3 dimensions and 1 measure. If I apply a filter, if I need to apply a filter, what I need to do is, what is the shortcut key? Alt D T. Is it correct? No. Control D S. No. No. Alt DS is for your sorting, for your selection, what you provide. I'm talking about there are different ways of filtering, that is through the filters also. To apply a filter, how you are going to do? What is the shortcut key? Alt AT or Alt DFF. Alt AT means Alt A going under data tab. T is the shortcut key for filter. Now, when I want to apply through filtering stuff, what I'll do, I'll just click here. You see A to Z, Z to A, which I have mentioned just now. When you have got a field of string. When you talk about numbers, see smallest to largest, largest to smallest. Yes. So this is your headers. On the headers, what you do, you're applying your filters. This is through a filter way. Correct. Now, when you want to apply a filter, depending upon the hierarchy or depending upon more than one fields, in that case, right, what is the shortcut key? Is Alt DS. What is the shortcut key? Alt DS. So Control A to select the whole data. Alt DS, click it. So you see, it is already applied. This is your tab over here. Correct? Right? Now let's take another database where it is by default when you paste any data. Okay. And You have got the database according to your serial numbers, not according to your requirements. In that case, what you do? In that case, what we can do is, let's say this is my database. I've got this database of like 58,000 records. Now it is going under according to the serial number. Yes, it is according to serial number. We have got 58,090 records. Now let's say if I want to systematically organize my data set first, whatever the data I have appended or whatever I have uploaded or pasted over here from different databases. Okay, or we have fetched the data from different websites also, or CSV file. In that case, when we have got this data, if you see, it is systematically organized right now. If you see, there is a pattern which is following according to the dates here. Order dates with the serial number. What if I want to systematically organize on the level of segment? So if I apply the filter and I'll come to know that I've got consumer, corporate, and home office, 3 values of my field segment. Now I want to sort according to these values. So you see, when I click on filter and with this drop down list, I'm able to see CONSUMER, consumer. Again, the alphabet starting with C over here. So it is CO, but R. So N comes at first, then R. So this is how it sorts. So it goes, now let's say it is like CON. The next one would be also CON. Then it will go for the 4th alphabet of that particular word. Clear? Right? This is how it follows the pattern. Now let's say I want to sort it through the segment level. If there is only one field, I want to sort the whole data records according to that. Right? In that case, what I'll do is I'll just click on segment. If I say A to Z, that is, it will go on a ascending order of an alphabet, which comes like consumer first, corporate second, and home office third. If I click on this, it will not only sort according to the only one column. It will sort the whole database. It will shuffle all the consumers, transactions, whatever they are. Like for example, let's check how many consumer records we have. So Control Shift down arrow to select all. It is 29,949 records. So these records will be at the first place, right? So it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4 till 29,000. Once it is finished, then it will start with your corporate. Okay. To make this happen, what we need to do? Just if you have got only one field to do it, sort on A to Z, click on enter. Now what happens? It automatically it sorts according to your consumer. So how many records it were? Like 29,949, right? What I'll do, control space bar to select the column. Why I'm doing this? Just to check from where the corporate record is starting with. So you see it is starting with 29,951. So all these records are belonging to consumer, right? After that, it is starting with corporate. Yes, right? What we have at the end is home office. So if I type home office, the first field of home office will end. So you see, the corporate is ending with 47,627. So it is systematically organized and placed in a sort part of segment. But the thing is, now we don't want only on a segment level. We want it should be go with an hierarchy level. Hierarchy means parental to child. So first comes segment. If you have got category, so let's say I've got category field, I've got subcategory field, then I have got my product. Yes, this is how hierarchy runs. Now, if I have to shift this all and make it systematically organized one after the other. So whenever who is looking into your database, it should be so clean and clear and sorted that anyone can find any of the information very easily, right? So I'll select this control space bar. So I'm selecting the 3 columns. I am applying control X. Control X means control cut. I'm cutting it. Why? Because right now it is in PQR column. I want to bring beside AH column. Yes. So what I'll do it, I'll select the whole column after that, and I'll click on insert cut cells. See, cutting the cells, it does not mean it will overlap or it will, take the place of, instead of that, it will get shifted here. So see, now the segment category, subcategory, product name are systematically organized. But again, if you see, it is haphazard where you have got city, state, country, correct? And then postal code. So what is the hierarchy? First comes country, then state, then city, then postal code. What I can do now, just I'll select this two again, the same way, Control X, select this and paste it in between country and postal code so that after N, O and P will be given to state and city. But again, could be a mistake where we are doing is we are applying city first and then state. Correct? So first what it should be? It should be state and then city. So select the state. Yes, Control X, bring it here. Yes, and then if I have to paste it, insert the cut cells. So you see, I've got country, state, N column. Now in the O column, what I want now? City. So I'll bring it and paste it, insert cut cells. So by this way, I'm systematically organizing my database. Yes. Now you see country, state, city, postal. Correct. Now I'll come over here. I've got segment, category, subcategory, product name, country, state, city, postal code. Now this is systematically organized. Again, if you check before country, again we have got two more fields. Two more fields are your market and region. So I can press Control spacebar. Control spacebar is to select all the column. Okay, that is P column and Q column. Control X to cut and bring before L. Yes. So that when I bring it, it will be market, region, country, state, city, postal. Okay. So I'll press insert cut cells. See, as I clicked on country, so it is applying before country. If I clicked on O, what would happen after country? Right? Now you see everything is systematically organized now. So we have got order date, order ID, order date, ship date, ship mode, customer ID, customer name, right? The same way we have got now, as we have brought the product name over here. So we can bring product ID in between K and L. So I'll copy this, Control X to cut. And placing near after product name. Yes. So if I place it before market, it will get placed before market. Perfect. Now coming back to the sorting stuff. Now, as we have systematically sort with segment, but the same way we want to go with category and then with subcategory and then with product name. So for this, what we need to do use is Control A, Alt D, S. So we are into, so what is the shortcut key? E is for go to the data tab. Under the data type, this is the sort. When you click it, you'll get this pop-up window. Shall I show you manually? See, if I close this, I'll go to the data tab, click on sort, I'll get the same pop-up window. What was the shortcut key? Alt D, S. Now I need to create the level. So first I'll go with parental. Now it is very easy to understand which is my parent and which is the child, right? Now I'll go to the segment. I'll choose the segment. I want like alphabetical A to Z. I'll keep it as A to Z. I'll click on add level and I'll choose this time with category. Then add level. Then I'll choose subcategory. Then product name. So first segment, then category, then subcategory, then product. So at once, what we are saying is we are giving a level of parental to the last child. So 4 fields. When I click on OK, it takes time, but yes, see, fraction of seconds it has done. Now, see this, systematically organized. It is so beautiful to view for anyone. See, so till the time the consumer records, that is 29,949, it goes with consumer. Under consumer, whatever the categories you have sold are here. Yes, this is how it works. till it finishes the furniture. See, furniture, office supply, and technology. Anything which is sold under consumer, it will finish till the level of furniture first, then office supply, then technology. When you say furniture, under furnitures, you have got different subcategories also. Let's see one by one. Let's click on consumer. I have selected consumer. Here, let's say furniture. I have got furniture. When I say bookcases, I've got bookcases, chairs, furnishing. So this is also going in alphabetical way. Clear? Perfect. Practice till here for few minutes. Till here you do it, and then we'll take it ahead. Okay. All right. Now we have sorted our family level, like segment, category, subcategory, product name. Yes. Now the same way we can sort it for our market, region, country, state, and city. Okay. So then comes your postal code. Right. Now, this is systematic way of sorting on a family or a hierarchy level. Okay. Now, this is one way of sorting of this thing, right? Another way would be in a scenario where you want to showcase not onto the family level, but onto your highest profit level. So when you're saying profit, it is an integer data type. It is a measure, right? So in that case, what happens? It focuses only your highest or lowest profit level, how you want to sort. Okay. Now, control A or DS. Now the current is segment, category, subcategory, product name. If I add, click here, and if I add a level, if I go with profit, this time I'm saying largest to smallest. Previously, you see it is A to Z, Z to A. But now when you are talking about numbers, measures, it becomes the smallest to largest, largest to smallest. If I say largest to small, when I click on OK, now see how it reacts and provides us the data. See now, again, all is at a same level. The last level, what we have given is profit. Okay. Now, if you see, it is going on to the alphabetic level here. But when it comes to the profit, again, it has shuffled only the same product name, but on a profit level. Right? When you say profit minus 14,000 and minus 98,000. So here your largest becomes your 14. Why? Because as you're going saying loss less than 0, right? So that is the reason why it is getting sorted over in this fashion. Okay. If you talk about these three numbers, if you see, this is 56.99, 37 and 11. If you see here, these are under consumers, furniture, bookcases, and best classic bookcases. If I take this all 5 transactions, now you see it is going 56 highest, then 37, then 11, then minus 152 and minus 216. Make sense? This is how it works. When you're saying the level of sorting, when you're going on a hierarchy or till the granular level, from the parental field to the child field, right? All right. Now, if I come back to this topic, now you see, this is systematically already sorted, the file which for the practice. Okay. Now here you see, I have created a screenshots. These screenshots will help you to understand the level I have added, which I have shown already. So whenever you are practicing, you will get this level like step 1, 2, 3. So first product family, then category, and then product. This is how this particular database is sorted, right? This is one level of sorting when you're going with hierarchy. The second example here it is created is where you got city and population. If I have to apply this again, or control A or DS, yes. If I select here, control A, this becomes a table. Yep, or DS. So if I go with city, if I go with ANZ, if I go with add level, this time I'll go with population. Let's say largest to smallest. Now in this case, what happens? It will go with alphabetical way. Then again, it goes on the number. If I click on OK, now you see B, C, D, M, P. 12, 11, 11, 11, 10. Make sense? Right? This is going on the number. Now, if I see, this is what we have got with different. Let's say you are not going to sort only with the values now. Here, we are going to sort on the level of, if you see this, drop down, you have got so many options like values, cell color, font color, icon. So again, it depends upon on what level you want to apply it, not only on values. Till now, we have seen only on values with the alphabetical way or the numbers way. Now we are going to see in terms of, we'll select city. Okay. Here you see, it should be check mark. That is my data source headers. So below headers, whatever their values is, it is going to sort. Okay. Now instead of values, if I say cell color, what is cell color? You see, these are different colors applied over here. Now you see, I've got green, violet, yellow, pink. Correct. Now let's say we want green color to be at the top. Here you have got two options, on top or bottom. Now second level, let's say after green, I would be requiring, again, I'm going to choose city, or the another way to do is just copy level. Here, let us keep cell color only. And here, if I want this color to be at the second, I'll keep this. Then I'll copy level again on the city level. Here, I'll choose the third color. Fourth color, automatically the last color will be at the bottom only. So I'll click on OK. Now you see, it's systematically sorted according to the color. This is your cell color. This belongs to font color, right? This belongs to your font color. Or DS. This time again city. Instead of values, I'll use font color. Again, you can choose your own colors. Let's say red first. Copy level. Go here. Let's say blue. Copy level. Let's go 3. Pune. Let's copy. Automatically the last color, which is left out now, green. Click on OK. See, red, blue, yellow, green. Clear? Now this goes with your symbols. How this symbols comes in, how you apply it with the help of, where we get this option? Perfect. Under conditional formatting. So where you get the conditional formatting? Under Home tab. Conditional formatting icon sets. Whichever are suitable icons, you can choose it. Icons will be used in financial thing. For example, stock market. See, yeah, when you say symbols or icons, instead of seeing the numbers of comparison, your icon will help more easily to understand. Images, icons makes you remember much more faster, to analyze much more easier. In that case, we use this icons. If I give you a long list of numbers, it takes time to compare it, right? If I give a symbol for a particular threshold, right? In that case, what happens? It makes much more easier to understand. That's why we apply different colors, conditional formattings, icons, graphs and charts are created to make much more easier to understand. Our focus should be whenever we are creating any reports or a table or anything which you are giving to end user, it should be much more easier to understand to him, not to confuse him. Or it should be very simple and clear. Then only it will make helpful to make strategies, decision making to the end user. Our motto should be to keep it crisp, clear, pure, and easiest way. Right? Now you see, this symbol is helping a lot in terms of understanding whether the population is going high, it is going low, or it isn't. Instead of seeing me the numbers, I'll see the icons first. Yes, that makes me more easy to understand, right? Automatically, I'll come to know, oh, okay. So this is 12. It is highest as compared to all the values. I can analyze easily. Which is the lowest it is going in? Red. Now, here it becomes vice versa. Population should be less as compared to more. Yes. Conditional formatting, icon cells. Yep. If I go with this way. Yeah. So this becomes tick mark, this becomes exclamatory mark, and this becomes wrong. So it depends what kind of icons you want to use according to the database. Clear? And again, you can sort it here also. Alt DS, Alt DS. Now let's say I want to show lowest population at the first, and then with my highest. What I'll do, I'll go here. Instead of selecting city, this time I'm going to choose population. Here, instead of values, I'm going to use select. Yeah. What do you want at the top? This symbol? Okay. Yes. Then what symbol you want? This? Okay. Then copy level. This. Click on. Okay. See. Now it has only 3 to 4 values. What if you have got hundreds and thousands of records? You've got 50,000 records. In that case, this sorting will systematically help you to organize it. Clear? So these are the different ways and methods to sort in Excel. Apart from Alt DS, we have seen through the filters option. Yes, this is how you can sort. Now the important topic is when you say sorting. After sorting only, what you can do is you can come to the next chapter. After that is group and subtotals. Okay. Now I'll ask you an example. You have got 20 balls with you, different colors. Okay. You have got red, green, blue, yellow. So if you want to systematically organize, what will be your first step? What do you do first? Yeah, exactly. What you do? First, you sort according to the colors. Here, the scenario is based on your colors. So what happens in that 20 balls, if you systematically organize your, color of balls, what happens? You are organizing it. That is nothing but sorting. But here, the sorting is on the color part. Here, we are not going on a part of like alphabets. Correct? We are not going in the part of alphabets. Clear? Okay. Now, coming to the part of group and subtotals. The thumb rule of group and subtotal is first you need to systematically organize your data with sorting. Then only you are going to create the groups, right? For the current example, as you automatically sorted with the colors of balls, what happened? You have systematically, now how many count it is. That count is nothing but you can give the total to it. Like 6 green, 4 blue, 3 red, right? 7 yellow becomes 20. The same way, in this data set, if I open this file simultaneously, I'll open it. You see, we have got like grouping where you have got all systematically organized. Yes, like family product category 1. So this is sorted on a group. It has been grouped on a level of categorical level. Category 1, category 2, category 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So every family has got different categories. So this is breaking down onto the group of category level. Category level. So how this is created, we are going to see. And here you see, you can create the groups on the level of rows and columns also. We will see how. Okay. Now we'll come to the part of our data, which we have already organized systematically here. Yes. So here we have hierarchical data of segment, category, subcategory, and product. Now you see, if I have to group it, it is already systematically organized. If it was not grouped, what would have happened? Like for example, see, let me show you this example. Now you see, is this region systematically organized? No. If I have to group it, what will happen? It will check all the systematical records. What will happen is it will create one group of one row only. West only one row. Like, see, I'll show you a small example. As this database is huge, okay? This database is huge. I'll copy only this much. I'll go to Control N, Control V. Okay, now just focus on this database where this is systematically organized. When we apply group on this, what will happen? And when we apply group on and which is not sorted, what will happen? Now, if I want to create a group on region, so you see, here we have got central, here west, east, again central, then east, again west. So this is haphazard. It is not systematically organized. If you try to apply a group, see what are the difficulties or what are the wrong grouping we are going to do it first. Okay. When I go to the data tab, okay. When I go to the data tab, you see I've got here section called group and ungroup and subgroup. It falls under data tab. If I want to make a group, I'll click on group. Now it is asking me whether you want to make on rows or columns, right? So in this case, what we have systematically organized now, we have organized, we have organized on the base, organized in the basis of what? All right. So if I want to do on a group on row level or a column level, okay. If I select these columns, what is going to happen? You see, market, region, country, state, city, postal code. So these are 6 columns. Now, if I want to group them, why? Because this all belongs to one family. Yes. How I am going to do? Click on group. You see, as I've selected, I've got this group up. Now, this is expand level. When I click this goes on this goes with expand and collapse. This is called as expand and collapse. Why we do this? Because let's say we have got hundreds of columns. If we systematically organize it as we have placed it, so it becomes more easier to create a group of one particular family. The same thing, I can create a family of product name, segment, right here. If I make a group again, see, one group, another group, right? I can expand it. I can collapse whenever I want. I can expand and collapse and use those particular columns. This goes on a column, right? Okay. So some of that ample amount of data I have taken off, let's say consumer furniture and bookcases. Okay. Now we'll see on a row level with an example. What I'll do, I'll go back to the database. And this time I'll take, instead of consumer, let's take some part of corporate records. Let's say these are some of the records of corporate. I'll alt tab, come here, paste. Now what is happening? I've got furniture only for corporate and home office, but where my data is changing with the part of segment. Now what I can do on a row level, I can do on a row level also grouping. I'll select first all the consumers at one place. Why this is possible? Because I have automatically sorted it. It is systematically sorted. Now, for example, instead of 2 consumer, if in between it was a corporate, is this the right way to group it? No. That's why sorting at the first place is important, right? If I go with group here, see, as I've already selected it, so it is already grouping it. If I have not selected it, if I directly go to the group, it will ask whether you want to do it on a row level or a column level. But at the first place, only if you select this and click on group, so it comes to know that you're going on a row level. Yes. When I click on group, you see I've got 1 and 2 here. What is this 1 and 2? When I click on 1, right? It is what 2 things I said? One is collapse and one was collapsed. Collapse is like various, right? See, 2, expand. Expanding means I'm finding one of the group here consume. If I go on 1, this is the data only I'm seeing about of corporate. If I expand this again, it becomes consume. Clear? This is how it works. Right? This is on the row level, and this we see here also you have got 1 and 2. If I make 2, if I make 1, so where it is affecting, here it is affecting on your see expand collapse. When I click on 1, collapsed. When I say 2, it is expand. Why this will help you? Because rather than you scrolling or finding and control F, it is better to create the different groups on. Right? This is group. When you talk about subtotals, what do you mean by subtotals? When you want to ungroup it, just click it and ungroup. So again, it will be formed back to its action. Yes, say this. Clear outline. It is backwards action. Now we'll come back to this. Where is our global superstore original data source? Here. Okay. Now you got it. Why we have to systematically organize and sort it. Now coming back to the part of subtotal. What do you mean by total and what do you mean by subtotal? What is total? What do you mean by the word? What comes to your mind in the first place when you hear the word total? Word total. What is total? Total. Now you have got 6 subjects of marks, right? If you want to take admission in medical, which marks are seen first? Total marks is overall percentage. That is what total is, right? Overall, what you said just now, total, overall. But I'm saying to take the admission in medical, which marks are more important to get the admissions in medical? How they choose? Exactly. So what you're talking about, PCMB, physics, chemistry, maths, and biology. Apart from that, there are some subjects. Yes. But when you say PCMB, what you're doing? From the overall values, you are selecting specific values and then you're totaling it. What is the difference here? Overall total is of all the subjects. PCMB is the subtotal of your marks, where you are only adding your 4 subject marks. That becomes your subtotal to your overall total. Make sense? Got it now? The same way here, if I talk about sales, so these are all the records, including all the products, all the segments, all everything, correct? If I have to say what is my overall sales, when you say the word overall sales, it becomes total sales. It does not matter with your segment, category, subcategory, product, model, anything. So how it will be the total equals to sum, you'll do it. You don't bother with what category or subcategory it is. You'll select all, close the bracket. So you'll say, this is my overall total of sales, correct? And now if I ask you, what is my total of sales for consumer? That becomes your subtotal. Make sense now? Understanding it? Perfect. Now how to do that? With the help of group total, with the help of first thing is sorting. After sorting, you can create your subtotals. So Control A to select. When you click on subtotal, you see you'll get all the field lists. See, right from your row ID ending with where? Ending with your order priority. Got the point? So here we are going to choose. See here at each change in, what does it means? Where you want the change means on what level you want the subtotal, the change, right? So here if I say on a segment level, so I'm going to choose here segment. So on every segment, it should show my subtotal. Now again, you want the aggregation using function what? Sum, count, average, maximum, minimum, product. So all your calculations from basic mathematics to the statistical level. Yes, all options you have. Let's say I want to talk about sum overall sales. So I'll choose sum. So I'm saying on a segment level, I want to sum it. But when you're saying sum, it is dependent upon any particular measure of sum. Maybe sales, profit. You have got segment. You want a change in segment. But on what level? You have got a condition here. You want to apply this function of sum on what? On numbers, right? When you say sum. So what fields you have here in terms of measures? You have got sales, quantity, discount, profit, shipping cost. Order priority does not make sense because it is a dimension, right? So segment level you want to say is, let's say sales. So you will be finding change on every change of segment. What are the segments we have got? Consumer, corporate, home office. So how many subtotals we are going to see now? 3. So every change of segment, you are going to find the total of each segment. This is what we are trying to do here. When I click on OK, see, it will start to process. See, we have got 1, 2, and 3. Now we'll see manually where it is making. Then we'll click on 1, 2, 3, and we'll see it. I'll go back to the as where we found the changes now. Segment. Now you see when I press control down arrow. Yes. If I come here, you see I've got consumer total. Was this previously we created? No. It automatically created it. Why? Because we systematically sorted it and brought consumer one below the other. That's why you see here is the consumer total. So consumer total, when you're saying consumer total here, on what basis we did which measure? Sales. So when I press control right arrow, you see sales total. This is the total of sales of what? Consumer. If I select this all, see the total here. 7327877. See this? 7327877. Clear now? This helps us to break up with the form of subtotals. Correct? Make sense? The same thing you see now at the bottom. See, this is the total of what now? This becomes corporate total. Got it? Same thing if I come for home office. This is home office total. And at the bottom, you see, this is what your grand total. When you sum 1, right, 2 and 3. See, I'll click on 1. So let me hide this and bring the sales at the side. So you'll get a complete idea. Why I'm doing this? Just to make you understand. This is the grand total of sales. If I click on 2, see, I've got only subtotals records. Clear? When I click on 3, it will expand. Automatically, you see it has made the group also. It has grouped into 3 parts now. Consumer, corporate, and home office. Now, let's say if you provide this kind of table to end user. Okay. Now, what he is going to do, if he wants to see only consumer total, he'll just click on first plus symbol to expand and see only corporate data. Right? See. So I've pressed the control B. It is applying the bold to across everywhere. Okay. Okay, let it load it. You got the idea, right? What exactly it is doing. So if I click on plus symbol here, what is going to happen? It is going to expand your consumer related information. If I click on this plus symbol, what is going to happen? The corporate related information. This is how subtotal is created. Yep, on your data level. So it is taking time to load, right? As it is applying the bold across everywhere. So this is one of the way where you are going to apply your subtotals. So it depends upon all your information what you have. Now, where you will find this is under the chapter 9, right? This is falls under your chapter 9. So first, we have to learn sort. Once you systematically sort it, then only you are able to do it group and subgroup. Okay. So in interview also, they'll give you some database. They'll ask you to like, they'll give you different scenarios with the field and they would ask you to create a group, create the subtotals of it. Yeah. And this subtotals is not only on the database level. You can do it on a pivot level. You can do it on a visualization level on Tableau and Power BI kind. Right? They're also everywhere, wherever you want to break up of values into a set of measures. In that case, what you'll do? You'll subtotal. Okay. The best part is in Excel, we have seen manually how it does, how we have to do it manually. So that's why the Excel is one of the best tool to learn your whole database. Maybe the database would be at a less amount of records or all those stuff. But each and everything you're doing it manually, you're learning the mechanism, you're learning the steps, right? Right from cleaning, modeling, data mine, everything you're doing it on the part of like extract and transforming of your data, right? Where you're systematically organizing and creating your data in a clean and clear manner. Okay. All right, let it load. Any doubts, please ask. So this we have done on sales level. You can do it on quantity also. You can do it on discount also. You can do it on a profit also. So as what is the thumb rule? You do it on sum. Sum is on measures only. You can't do it on dimensions. Yeah, you can do it, but only on a part of count. You can give the count or count distinct. Distinct means unique. Count means it is repeated. Like for example, let's say one in any grocery store. You are selling pen for 50 times a day. So what happens? It becomes 50 transactions, right? But you are selling what? A single product only, that is pen, right? If I say distinct, what will happen? It becomes only one. But when I say transactions of records, it becomes 50. So it will count as you as 50. But when you say unique or distinct, it counts only one. That is the difference. Clear? Okay, all right. Now you see when I click here, see, it is expanding only consumer. When I collapse, again, if I expand only corporate, I'll be able to see only and only about corporate data. That is because of like 1, 2, and 3. 3 means whole data. 2 means subtotals along with the grand total. Yep. 3 means expanding all. The whole database you'll be able to view. Clear now? What is group? What is subtotals? How to sort? Different types of sort. Right? Perfect. Practice till here. Any doubts? Just provide the comments or ping me on WhatsApp after the practice. Any doubts? Let me know. We'll clear your doubts. Okay.